Ends with a simple question. What should we watch? Lyra sits on her velvet sofa, the remote resting in her palm like a heavy stone. Before she can even form a thought, a row of bright posters appears, perfectly aligned with her moods, her past, and her secrets. It feels like a gift, a shortcut, through the clutter of 1,000 possibilities. She doesn't have to search. She only has to agree. Across the city, Soren is walking home. He doesn't look at the stars or the street signs. He looks at the small blue dot on his screen. It tells him which corner to turn and which alley to avoid. It suggests a coffee shop 3 blocks away because it knows he is tired before he has even admitted it to himself. This is the invisible guide, a silent partner in the dance of his daily life, turning a complex world into a straight line. We call this convenience, but it is actually a narrowing. For Lyra, the For You page is not a window, but a hallway with the side doors locked. The algorithms learn her rhythms, the songs she skips, the articles she lingers on, and they begin to filter out the friction of the unknown. Her world becomes a seamless loop of the familiar, where every choice feels right because it is the only one she has ever shown. There is a deep, quiet psychology at work here, the trust in the personalized. Soren feels a strange sense of being seen by the machine. When a notification suggests a book that perfectly matches his niche interests, it triggers a spark of validation. He begins to believe that the system knows him better than he knows himself, and with that belief, the need to question the suggestion begins to wither away. Repetition is the architect of preference. Lyra notices that the more she is shown a particular aesthetic or a specific viewpoint, the more it feels like her own original thought. The guided choice begins to feel like a personal conviction. She no longer remembers the moment she decided she liked these things. She only knows that they are there and they are comfortable. As the brain begins to outsource the effort of deciding, a subtle shift occurs in the seat of our autonomy. We move faster, but we think less. For Soren, the act of choosing has become a series of micro-reactions. There is no pause to wonder why he wants what he wants. The machine provides the what, and his thumb provides the yes, turning the slow, deliberate process of human will into a streamlined reflex. One afternoon, Lyra and Soren meet at a park. They decide to find a place for lunch, but as they both reach for their phones, they hesitate. For a moment, the silence is heavy. Without the prompt, without the star ratings and the top-rated badges, the simple act of looking down the street feels daunting. They have become explorers who have forgotten how to read the terrain without a compass. Soren looks up, really looking, at the buildings around them. He realizes that the algorithm prioritizes the efficient, the popular, and the predictable. It rarely suggests the hidden, the challenging, or the truly new. By following the path of least resistance, he has been trading the richness of serendipity for the safety of a recommendation. Lyra looks at her screen and finally sees the architecture of the choice. She sees that her preferences are often just the result of a very sophisticated nudge. The realization isn't a shock, it's a quiet unfolding of the truth. She understands now that her attention is the currency, and the AI is the silent gardener, shaping the landscape of her mind so that she only ever walks where it wants her to go. We do not need to fear the tools, but we must recognize their reach. As Lyra and Soren walk toward a small, unrated bistro, they reclaim the weight of their own decisions. They choose the path with the cracks in the pavement and the shop with the faded sign. They understand now that the most significant influence is the one that leaves no footprint. For the more invisible the influence, the more powerful it becomes.